Here's our latest addition to the Hall of Shame. And for those who don't know, here's the one that said in an interview on Sky News just about 3 weeks ago, if your friends or family have views against the government, report them to ASIO, Australian Security Intelligence Organisation, and the Federal Police as a matter of urgency. So if you've got negative views towards the government, Mr Dutton says your friends, your family, your work colleagues should report you to ASIO and also the Australian Federal Police, because we just can't have people having negative views about the government. That wouldn't be right, would it? So we're probably going to have several million people in Australia who don't have favourable views towards the government being reported to ASIO. I'm sure they've got time to investigate several million people for having strong negative views towards the government. So that's the kind of person that Mr Dutton is, and he'd be supported by the Labor Party. They're all in it together. They don't want anyone having strong views against the government, because basically they're the unit party. There's not much difference between the two. Oh, yes, they'll shout at each other and make offensive remarks against each other, but when it comes down to it, they're basically the one party, because they don't protect freedom of speech. They both want to support the disinformation bill. They want both of them and the whole parties to prevent freedom of speech. And that is exemplified by our Karen. Who's got Karen? Safety Commissioner Julie Grant. Is that one out? Have a look there. We need to talk about her. Oh, there she is. All right. So the Karen Safe, this is just one example of how they're trying to restrict your freedom of speech. Do you want Karen, her plan to go into effect? Her plan is, I want to minimise the amount of content Australians can see. She wants to be the chief censor for Australia, and she wants to censor what you say online. And if you don't agree with her, she wants to take you to court. That's the kind of person that she is. So she's the Karen Safety Commissioner, Julie Grant. Shame on Grant. Shame. We have a right to express our opinions. That's why we're here today in the moors, letting you know what's really going on, because most of you probably didn't know that she actually said this. Okay, you probably didn't know about the latest Australian Bureau of Statistics provisional mortality statistics, which only came out last week. You didn't hear that on mainstream news, did you? That's the blue poster over there. They won't tell you. The government won't tell you. The media won't tell you. That's because they don't want you to know. So that's why we're out here today. If you want to know more, come up and speak to us. We're very friendly people. We won't shout at you. We won't abuse you. We love you. And we want to get the truth out so that everyone knows what's really going on. And we don't want your freedoms being curtailed by the disinformation bill, by this safety commissar who wants to control what you hear and see online. Because we want freedom of speech. Freedom of speech! It's our fundamental right. If we lose the freedom of speech, we lose. Once that goes, we'll lose every other freedom that there is. All right, guys. So thank you for listening.